Hello, friends. We are here today because we have made it to North Dakota. I had a moment where I was like, oh my gosh, we have finally landed. This is it. This is the moment that I've been waiting for. We are finally living the ultimate van life experience because of these desert views that go on for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. And we were gifted with the most beautiful double rainbow that I have ever seen. And I'm guessing it's because I'm in big sky area, if you will. It's wide and open and you can see forever. I could see this beautiful double rainbow, and it felt like such a gift from the universe, from Mother Nature. I felt like she was confirming that you are exactly where you need to be right now. So thank you for being here. My name is Michelle. If you're new, please subscribe if you haven't already. And let's jump into this week's video, which is all about our time in North Dakota. So we spent, I think, a week and a half in North Dakota. I wanted to visit Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and so we found a BLM, or Bureau of Land Management, just outside of the park that offered these gorgeous views. And when we camped, that's where we were. And it was one of those places where I really didn't want to leave. Like, I was willing to go and explore the park, and I wanted to come back. I didn't want to go anywhere else. And maybe that's because when we left Michigan, and I'll put a link up above and down below to that episode, we were so eager to leave the mosquitoes and the biting flies behind us that I bypassed Wisconsin and I bypassed Minnesota immediately. Like, I drove through them and that was it. We made our way to North Dakota and now we're here. When we drove into Theodore Roosevelt National Park, I was amazed at the landscape. It's very diverse depending on which part of the park you are in. And because I had Blaze and because it was very hot when we were in the park, the heat dome of the summer was residing over the west and like almost the entire country. In the month of July, that it was extremely hot. So when we went into the park, Blaze was in the van in the air condition the entire time. Blazy, can you hear the prairie dogs? Which meant that for the most part, we drove the park. I didn't really get out and hike. I may walk to a viewpoint, but immediately come back to the van just to make sure that she's safe and comfortable. So yeah, we didn't get to hike, and that's okay. I'm sure there will be future parks where we can do that, or national forests, because there's so many of them yet to explore. But yeah, Theodore Roosevelt is beautiful. There's a lot of buffalo, there's beautiful landscapes. The surrounding areas where we camped had gorgeous sunsets. We really just took in the views. And we used the time to kind of slow down and continue to ease into this lifestyle. We've been on the road for a month, and you know, it's different. It's different from the travel trailer that I towed across country and came back. Just because you don't have a tow vehicle, and I now have a dog who's with me all the time, 24/7. We are attached at the hip, and that took a little bit of getting used to, and that's okay. Totally okay with that. I'm only here for the views. there's two sections to the park. If I remember correctly, there's a northern section and a southern section. We took a day and we drove to the northern section, and it was really hot up there. There was a point where it got up to 112 degrees registered on the thermometer dash of the van. And I was like, well, we're definitely not getting out of the van if it's 112 degrees. That's not happening, right? Not safe. Not at all. And I will say that it's beautiful. I think if you get the opportunity and you find yourself in North Dakota, definitely go visit it. It is unique. While we were camped at the BLM campground, which really wasn't a campground because you just pick a spot and you're there. There's no facilities, no water, no electricity, no pit toilets, no dump station, no nothing, no trash receptacles. You have to carry in and carry out everything with you. Blaze ate something that she wasn't supposed to when I was taking her for a morning walk. I didn't get a chance to catch her before she ate it, and within like 2 days, she was sick. So I ended up taking her to a vet, an emergency vet, and getting her looked at. They took great care of her. They were very kind. They were able to squeeze us in. And, you know, they did blood work. They did an ultrasound of her abdomen, just to make sure she wasn't blocked. And pretty much they confirmed that she was okay. She was healthy. There really wasn't anything wrong. And to wait it out. I had high hopes of driving into Canada, but I had a sick dog. And I had learned that the US was requiring additional paperwork to come back into the US as of August 1st, 2024. And with a sick dog, you can't go across the line, or you're not supposed to. And I was still trying to figure out what hoops I had to jump through to take her across the line. So after a week of being on the road with her being sick, I kind of tossed the idea of going into Canada just completely out the sliding door. So yeah, we have a sick dog, and she's been sick for a week, and we're just taking it easy. So that's where we're gonna wrap up this video. And yeah, I hope she gets better. I hope she rebounds. I'm sure she will. She's young. She's not even 3 years old yet. But to see your companion sick is just, it's heartbreaking to see, and to feel hopeless, like you can't do anything other than make sure she has the best care, and that she's comfortable, and that she has all the food and the water and all the potty breaks and some walks when she feels like walking. So yeah, thanks for making it this far, and we'll see you next week.